Always, baby.
Oh, it is Reverse Polarity episode 35. I have to
Ooh, we
look at it
checked.
every week. But I'm your boy, HifiVega, joined as always by the man who never sleeps,
God.
the one who wears tight shirts, the guy whose hands are always cut. What's up, Dean?
So we had somebody send us this hand moisturizer. And I feel I have to preface the tight shirt thing. We were just talking about how, all right, for example, like when I was younger, spandex were a thing, and then spandex weren't a thing. And now spandex, aka yoga pants, are a thing again. And it looks like this time they're here to stay. Like somebody finally realized, like, why did we ever get rid of these?
Yeah.
Like, and now we have TikTok pants. Have you seen the TikTok
pants? With the booty popping pants or whatever?
Yes. And those I don't understand at all. And they have TikTok shorts. I just know this because when we were walking on Universal, I was going, Haley, what are they? How is that even comfortable? Like I was miserable in normal pants, normal shorts, and a t-shirt. These people have shorts riding up their butt crack so that they have two. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to.
It's just molded.
It's like just
I don't
call
mind
it a day.
I don't mind it for the most
No,
part.
I get. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you do mind it though, because you're just like, come on, really? Just it's too much.
You have 5 kids with you. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I can see too much.
Yeah. Your husband looks like a very nice man. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I get it. And so what I was getting at is, it's like now when you buy a t-shirt, you have sport fit and regular fit, and I am not. Fernando, he will. He's like, I go shopping here. I got the. He's all into that. Not so much now that he's got a kid, and those are the things he longs for. Is the days when I used to go clothes shopping. That's and you're just sitting there going, really? Yeah.
I hate clothes shopping.
I hate it with a passion.
I could just tell. I already knew you hated clothes shopping.
Can't stand it. Yeah. So when you order, when you get the large shirts in and they're athletic cut, and you're just like, oh, I don't like that. I like loose fitting clothes.
I had the opposite problem. These Carhartt shirts, they're too big.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
So it's like, yeah. I mean, I had it. Yeah, I need a size smaller than this, but
dude, I definitely don't wear a mankini in the pool. I'm the guy that is okay. I live in Florida, and I hate the sun, and the sun equally hates me. So,
it's like that level on Mario Brothers, where the sun's trying to kill you.
The sun is trying to kill me. So, like, if one time we came down to Florida when I was a kid and still lived in Michigan, and I hate suntan lotion with a passion. So I was like, I'm not wearing that. My mom's like, how when you're a parent, you're like, okay, I warned you. So I got burned like so bad. Like tops of my shoulder was just one big burn. It was like 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't even wear a shirt. It was that bad. Like they had to put like gauze pads on here for me to put a shirt on for us to go out. It was totally miserable. Luckily the plane is a hyperbaric chamber, so on the way home it all went away. But what it left me with was freckles, like on freckles on freckles. So like this whole area here is just like, as I call it's my soul brother trying to get out. When I talk to my friend Kevin, it's like my freckles. It's just, it's my internal hip hop trying to bust free from this white shell that surrounds it. Very terrible. Anyways,
no, so keep going deeper on it, man.
No, it's so deep. So I burn so easy. I will go. I have all those stupid shirts that are, UV approved shirts and all that crap. Oh
yeah.
I'm the one guy in the pool wearing the UV shirt going, whatever, bro.
I got burnt so bad 5 or 6 years ago, right on my right shoulder right here.
Yeah.
Dude, the burn was whatever. It's the burn. You got the itch. It was so bad. I thought I was going crazy. I've never itched that bad in my life. And I looked up and they said in some cases you get what's called the devil's itch. And it's like, and it was so bad I researched it, and yeah. So from that point on, like, yeah, we're not doing that. I'm the sun lotion king now. I don't play, especially when you go to Florida. It's way different than here. It's like the
Yeah.
sun's 300 foot closer to you or something.
Oh, it's and that's okay. So here's the funny thing. Like, we've lived here, Haley's lived here all her life. I've lived here since I was 10. And I know that on a cloudy day, the sun is just as intense as if there was a blue sky with white. I mean, it's just, and these idiots that I live with will be like, "Oh, it's cloudy." And I'll be like, "And?" Well, I'm not. It's not like dude. Did you guys not go to school? I mean, do you not understand how this works?
Right.
What do you? And then they'll come home and they'll be like beet red, and I'll be normal because, like, I wore a hat. And they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I got so much sun today." I'm like, "No way! How did that happen? It was overcast and shitty all day."
Someone
I
should
don't
have told you
understand.
about it. Someone should have warned you.
Yeah, it's insanity. Yeah. So what's up?
Scott
What's
Power
up?
Hog?
So
my
yeah.
man,
Anyways, this has
Byron.
been freckle weather
yo.
talk with Dean and HifiVega.
Well, I have. Thanks. Shout out to Brian or Byron. You called him Brian, and now you got me calling him Brian when it's actually Byron. So let me correct.
My bad. Hey, listen, you put a name up here, I'm gonna mispronounce it every time.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
because I just glance. There's a B-R-Y.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. So I got us a side jag to start the show off.
Okay.
Before we get into more
Yes.
car audio.
Yeah, we will.
So I know my family's weird, and I've watched enough Boring Life of Dean and Haley to know that your family is weird as well. So let me pose this question to you. Do you guys collect cups from places you go?
Jesus Christ.
Do you? You do, don't you?
So funny you should ask. Okay. Funny you should ask. So Sunday, this is something Fernando and I were talking about at work. I know we talk about everything. You gotta understand, guys. 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. We cover every topic. One of the things that irritates the shit out of me is this accumulation of drinking orifices. Between the new aluminum ones, the ones we get when we go to parks, the double cups that like don't sweat. Sue's got her mixing cups that she uses for whatever it is she makes me drink every day. And like my cups that I get from vendors, and the Star Wars cups that they think I want because I do. So, and then like cups that just never get thrown away because they hold some special meaning. Okay, so Sunday, I'm like, it's Haley's birthday. She's playing in the pool with the little kid that Sue babysits, and they're having a blast. I'm like, this is my time. I got these things I want to do. And one of them was clean out the cup drawer. Okay, because we keep our cups in a drawer, not in a cabinet. There's a story behind that, but it has to do with height. And anyway, so I cleaned everything out. I went through all the cups, the ones that are special, and the ones that, and because we just got done redoing part of the garage where now we have a bunch of cabinets in the garage. So I took all those cups and I put them in the garage. It's that way because it's one step closer to the trash can. Because no one will ask where they like, hey, they won't be like, where's my High School Musical cup? What did you do with it? Where did it go? She won't ask that. 2 years from now, she'll just be like, what ever happened to that cup? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I've been asked where the Shrek or where the Dora Explorer cup is.
Oh, we got one of those.
Keep in mind, yeah. I mean, what, Haley's 21?
22.
22, yeah, and I have a 19-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Dude, not only that, we still had sippy cups.
We have one of my best friends has a young baby, so we have sippy cups again now.
Yeah. No, we still had the original sippy cups. Not the whole cup. Just like a random lid and the stupid little rubber things that go in them. And I'm like, really, guys? Like, at no point did you see this in the drawer and be like, we don't have this anymore. I should throw it away. I mean, as a guy, I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I mean, I don't mean that in regards of like, guys can cook. No, I know that. But I just, like, I don't go into the kitchen. I go into the refrigerator, get my drink, I put it back, and that's about it. I don't go deep into the cabinets until they ask me to, because I just don't care. But I was just so irritated. So yes, we have cups from everywhere under the sun, every holiday. Didn't like the Twilight cup on your workbench. Oh, and let me tell you what, when I took that cup,
they noticed.
Oh my God, dude, I saw the Twilight cup in your video. Why did you take it? It's been there for 6 months. Really?
Yeah.
Really, Dad? Yeah.
Stole the
and I look at it every freaking day.
Oh, we've got this one happens to be, you may or may have never been here. Silver Dollar City. I can't get it to focus.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. It's like I would say it's kind of like Jesus's Disneyland.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or Six Flags, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever been to Branson?
Not yet.
So Branson's like Christian Las Vegas.
Correct.
But it's really cool. Just everything like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you ain't doing nothing. But the weird thing
like COVID.
Is, right.
COVID happened, nothing changed.
Every convenience store, you can buy tiny bottles of any kind of liquor.
Okay.
At every convenience store. It's weird.
Just tiny ones though, not big ones.
You can only buy the tiny ones in the convenience stores, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Buy some banana Laffy Taffy.
Oh, dude. Oh, you brought it to my mind. So I haven't been eating candy at all.
Okay.
My wife brought home some Laffy Taffies, and I was like, I mean, I can't not eat them now that she brought them for me. So I'm just spreading them out, right?
Yeah.
I'll eat a few as I'm watching TV at night before I go to sleep. It's dark in there. I freaking ate a banana Laffy Taffy. I almost stopped and recorded a video, a reaction.
See, that just goes to show love right there. See, because your wife loved you, she'd have taken them all out of the bag before she put them in the thing. Yeah. She'd just open a bag and be like, I know we don't need these.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. No. See, she could have just bought, her thing would be like buy the all bananas and then give them to me in the dark and hope that I just start eating them.
Oh, Jesus, that's cruel. That's women. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, I made the mistake of buying Haley for her birthday. She likes American Cookie Co. cookie cakes. And Sue goes, get her a small one. And I'm like, I don't think they have a small one. So I got her the smallest one I had, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna there again, you don't send me to do something stupid like this. You just do it yourself. I go, oh, I can get the double stuff one, the cookie cream cookie. Yeah. So I ordered that thing. So I'm like, why did we order that? I mean, it's like, here's the funny part though. It keeps getting smaller every day I look at it. Like, because I'm like, no, we're never going to finish this. And no, it's disappearing. I was like, wow, okay, cool.
Well, I'll do that to myself. We'll get the, do you like the snow cones, like the Hawaiian ice type snow cones?
Oh, didn't I tell you the trip to Hawaii for a honeymoon? That's all we did was eat Hawaiian ice at every place under. Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, we'll eat, and there's a Mexican place we like to go to, and there's a snow cone place right across the street. Every time, my wife's like, or Cassie, which most people know now, she's like, don't get the large. Your stomach hurts if you get the large. She's like, just get the small. We've already had dinner. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, yeah, give me the large. Tiger foot, extra syrup. And then inevitably, 30 minutes later, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad.
I don't even want one because I know as soon as I take like 3 bites, I'm like going.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. That's the worst headache pain of anything.
I get it every time.
And can you imagine like a migraine is pretty insufferable, but can you imagine an ice headache for the length of a migraine?
No.
Oh, dude. You want to jump off a bridge?
Yeah, I would die. If you're in Hawaii, it's just ice. Now you would think that, but all the signs, popularly contrary belief, say Hawaiian ice. Yeah. Like, what other kind of ice would it be? Yes, we are in Hawaii, but they just don't have signs that say ice. I'm thinking it's for us because we would be like, well, I don't want bagged ice. I want the cool Hawaiian ice.
Yeah.
Just
give me the Hawaiian ice.
Yeah, just give me the Hawaiian ice. Yeah, with 6 different flavors on it, and yeah, whatever. I don't know. They're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What's the most underrated sandwich? Oh, you didn't put the gyro on there, huh?
No. So see, I considered that, but I mean, I had to put tuna no crust, obviously.
Yeah, PB&J for sure is. I feel
I
like
don't think
as
it's
an
underrated though. I feel like it's rated appropriately.
I feel like PB&J is one of those sandwiches as an adult you just forget about,
Yeah.
you know. But I will say, if there's a box of Uncrustables in the refrigerator, it's like, ooh.
I don't
And
like
if it's,
Uncrustables because they got the stamped edge. It's
I
kind of
don't
gross.
care.
Yeah.
I don't have.
That's
I'm
worse than
not a
crust.
I'm not a food connoisseur. So if I can open it from a bag and eat it and like not stop working,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
like,
guess
well,
so.
this is a switch from fruit. So, okay.
I eat probably at least 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches a week, a minimum.
Wow. I might have one a month if I'm
And
lucky. Probably one every 2 months.
I mean,
I
dude,
just don't think about it.
it takes like 1 minute to make one. Just
Well, okay.
done.
So the main problem is we don't have any bread. Like, there's no
Uh,
bread in this house anywhere. Like,
that is a problem.
no, there's just nobody eats bread. It's like, and when there is bread, it's usually like like a thin French loaf or I don't know what the skinny stuff that you get at the restaurants that you put a lot of butter
Yeah.
on and you warm up in the microwave and you're like, oh, I've never had this before, and except for the last time I had it, and it was so wonderful. Can I have more free bread?
Please, free bread.
Hazelnut. I've never had that. I've never, it's I laugh because it's like all those weird things, like even the stuff that looks like poo poo that they put on things. Never had any of that. I don't know why. It's just
Nutella.
yes,
I've never had Nutella either.
never had any.
I
Everyone's
don't
like,
know
oh, you should
why.
try that. I'm like, I
I
don't know
just
why I'd want to try it, but no.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, out of
What's your pick for the most underrated? My pick would be breakfast sandwiches.
yeah, I mean, those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I love. Actually, it's funny you say that because that's what I had for dinner. Um, it's 2 for 2. Uh, it was raining tonight when I got home, and I was like, crap, I can't go running. And I was like, this morning I really wanted some eggs, and I of course had to go to work, so that didn't happen. So I got out of my car and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make my chicken salad, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got time. I'm gonna make some eggs. So, and we don't have bread, but we have whole wheat burrito rolls, whatever the hell those are. Yeah.
Oh, like the low carb wraps or whatever.
Yeah, whole wheat, low carb
Yeah.
wrap crap, Anyway, so we have those. So I made a breakfast sandwich using that, and it was good. Oh, I love grilled cheese too. Ooh,
I know.
where's
I
nice
just
grilled
say I
cheese?
seen Steven put that
Yeah.
up there. Grilled cheese, dude. Those
But for
are
me,
underrated.
grilled cheese is a winter thing only.
With tomato soup.
Yes, and they
Yeah.
also put elbow noodles in that.
Have you had Panera Bread's grilled cheese and tomato soup?
I want to say yes, but honestly, I don't remember.
It's
I
pretty good.
feel
I
like
mean,
I have, but
Panera Bread's good. You can't.
oh, Fernando eats Panera Breads every morning. Bread.
Does he really?
Oh yeah, every morning. It's
I
like
love
he's
it.
always late, and I'm like, "What, are they slow at Panera? Man, they didn't have any coffee. How do you not have coffee?" Grilled cheese and chicken soup. Okay, let's just be honest. Grilled cheese and any soup,
Yeah.
I'm down for. It's just grilled cheese with any form of hot broth is like yes.
Yeah. Do you like French onion soup?
I'm not a fan of it, but if it's
Yeah.
what we're having, I will.
Oh, dude, I love the French onion soup.
Yeah,
You can't
I feel that's one of those things that you either love it or hate it.
Yeah. Oh, look who's
A Fuego.
Clip Litzy's in the house. What's up?
Yeah, he's been commenting the whole time. He apparently doesn't like the sun either. Let's talk about car stereo.
Yeah. What's car stereo?
Well, okay, so a couple weeks ago, before you went on vacation, you asked me if for 3 songs. And I was like, I'm gonna have to think about this. Well, you gave me a couple weeks, so So I spent some time thought. Actually, what happened was I was running and it circled back around in my brain.
Yeah.
It's so weird how this works. It's like I don't really forget a lot of things. I just intentionally, when I say I throw things on the back burner, I legit throw things on the back burner. And when I'm running, the randomest stuff will pop into my head and be like, oh, by the way, here's 2 of the 3 songs that you might want to talk about. And I was like, thanks.
You're not my only friend that does this. I have a friend at work. You give him a question, he's like, hold up, I forget what he's something. He calls it a name. He's like, I gotta search. Michael's got to search my mind palace. I'll get back to you.
God. Chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. If you're 4, I mean,
yeah, right.
It's if you're 4, it's like, yes. I mean, if you want to feel young again, go. So, anyways, I came up with 4 songs, 2 of which are kind of a tie, just because it depends on what you're feeling. But the first 2 are solid. Like it was like they kicked them out right away. Like here's the 2 songs, and they're in no particular order. So all-time favorite song since I was a kid has been Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good to Me So Far.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know why that song just resonated with me when I was a kid, and it has just followed me all the way up.
You like to go to bars sometimes until 4.
Yeah. And I ride in the back.
Yeah.
My Maserati is 185 or whatever. I lost my license. Now I don't drive. Dina, you're gonna bring out the Mandalorian helmet. Okay, hold on. Yeah, here we go. So here it is. This was Haley's Christmas present to me. It has. Does the light work? I think I took the batteries out.
Is it made of what's that stuff that he was getting in there?
Yeah, it's all made out of that. It's
whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was. But yeah, here's the Mandalorian helmet. I have to take my glasses and headphones off to wear it. So, but yeah, I'll put it on tonight on side jag, and I'll like the crap out of Sue.
Makes Sue proud.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Swedish fish. It's always Swedish fish. So, anyways. That song, I don't know why, is just, I love that song. It sounds great even now. I don't know why I don't necessarily. I like a couple other Joe Walsh's songs, and I get the whole Eagles thing, which is fine. And I love what he useless knowledge. One of the coolest things he's ever said about like his whole trip with the Eagles is because someone asked him like, "Hey, what's it like working with the Eagles?" And he goes, "It's great." And they're like, "Okay, why?" He goes, "Well, I get a paycheck." And they're like, we're obviously going to have to pull this out of him. He goes, "No, you don't understand. They hired me to play the guitar. I show up, I play the guitar. Then I leave. That's it. That's all I got to do. I don't have to do anything else. Every now and then they let me play one of my songs. Otherwise, I just get a paycheck. I don't have to do nothing else." And I'm like, that's it right there.
Yeah. He's Nando. He's Nando.
Right. Or Sammy Hagar for that matter.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's like, hey, listen, whatever the documentary was I watched on that one, and where Eddie's like, "Oh, we just need you to sing and stuff." And he's like, "Okay, I could do that." And then one day they said, "Hey, we don't need you to sing anymore." And he's like, "I can do that too." Here's the funny part. It's all my voice. I'm going to team up with this guy I absolutely hate, and we're going to go on tour, and we're going to sing all your songs. Bye. It's like, second one is Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. There again, don't know why. Absolutely love that song. Everything about it. Were you a
stoner during this period if you love this song?
I have never been a stoner in my life.
That's 100% stoner song.
It's not though. It's not. That's the misconception. The song actually has super deep meaning about somebody that is. If you ever watched The Wall, the movie, they do a pretty good idea of what it's supposed to be about. But it's about a guy that is just burnt out, and he just from drugs and everything else. And they just are trying to get him enough drugs so he can go out and do what he needs to do, and that's it. And but in his mind, he's just reflecting back on his life and how did he get to this spot,
Yeah.
and the words are just so cool,
Well,
and the
that's why
music is
I know
just amazing.
you haven't ever smoked weed very much, because that's exactly what you think and feel when you're smoking weed.
Okay. Like, hey, we all adopt meaning in our life, all right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Joe Walsh was drunk and high the whole time he sung his song
Right.
too. But for somebody that doesn't get drunk or high, you have to bring in all your own. The songs have super deep meaning when you're stoned. The songs, yeah, but okay. I look at being stoned as a crutch. No offense to anyone out there that drinks or does
Right.
drugs. You do what you do, but I look at it as it's kind of a crutch to enjoy life, because you're saying, like, just like, and I only use this because, like, all the smokers that I've worked with over my career, it's always like, oh man, I gotta go, I gotta go smoke a cigarette, man. It's like, you can't make it through the day, and that's fine. I get it, like, whatever gets you through without killing somebody, by all means, you do. But I don't know. I've never had those experiences because I've chosen not to.
Yeah.
But so I have meaning for these songs that mean something to me that is just truly.
Yeah. That's the best thing about music. It could be something to everybody.
And that's exactly right. And that's why, to me, these songs, I don't know. And there again, I don't know why these songs have resonated with me. But whenever they're on, I'm like, oh man. I mean, and I've liked these for a long time, long before I've been in the situation that I've been in. I mean, like, I've like long time, like high school and like 8 years old, Joe Walsh was like, oh, this is a cool song. I don't know why. I don't even know what these words mean.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of car that is. Just sounds cool. Cruising in the back of a limo. And as it evolved, it was like, oh, well, you develop new meaning for it. The third song's The Tie. This came much later in life, is either going to be Posse on Broadway.
Okay, I knew Sir Mix-a-Lot was going to be here.
Oh, had to.
I was thinking Van Halen, Sir Mix-a-Lot. That was
going to
be one of the two.
The reason why I don't pick Van Halen is because Van Halen is, as a group, I like everything they've done. Pretty much, I'm sure 95% of the songs Van Halen has made with Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth is going to fall into a category of, I like that. So... Yeah. I don't like, to me, those fall into a group. They're not a single song. I like Pink Floyd. I like Pink Floyd a lot, but there's a lot of Pink Floyd I can leave on the table and just be like, yeah, that's okay. No, I'm good. But whereas Van Halen, it's like, you could just put 10 CDs in a player and hit go, and I'll be like, yeah, that one. That one
go
too.
to Spotify and just Van Halen.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Van Halen playlist that is literally all my Van Halen CDs, and I'll rock that for 6 months and just be like, what are you listening to right now? Van Halen. What else? No, literally, it's all just Van Halen. And it's like, oh, okay. So
you get anything you want as long as it's Van Halen.
Yeah. And then Beastie Boys, Paul Revere.
Oh, dude, that's a pretty good one. I can
respect
that. Yeah.
Those two kind of go neck and neck. It really just depends on what kind of the day of the what day of the week it is. Because I liked, and I would even throw in like a little bit of Run DMC on that one, like the Peter Piper Picked a Pepper, all that crap. Run Rap Rhyme. Because that song came first, and that's what kind of got me into like fun rap music, as we'll call it. Right. But then Beastie Boys was high school when I could actually do something about it. So it was like, oh, this is cool.
And see, it was wall-to-wall gangster rap by the time I was coming up. So
yeah,
we still had Beastie Boys. We knew about the Beastie Boys, but then it was
you were straight up. I got keys coming from overseas, cost $8G.
I mean, and then Cop Killers. I mean, Ice-T. That was like one of the very first rap songs I remember hearing.
I was more of a I'm your pusher from Ice-T.
Yeah.
I'm your mommy, I'm your daddy in the alley.
or 3 a.m. That's a good one.
I don't know that one.
It's like what's it? 3 a.m, please at my door.
Nope.
Oh, dude. I can't rap, so I can't sing it, and I don't know all the words. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, another one too. Like high school was Cool Mo D.
Oh yeah, Funky Comedy. Oh no, I'm
No,
thinking
Cool
that's
Modi,
Tone
not
Loc.
Tone
Yeah,
Loc.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm thinking Tone Loc.
that Cool Modi was Wild Wild West. Wild
Oh,
Wild West.
yeah,
Wow, wow. I used to go uptown.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyways, so gangster rap came out after I moved on, and it was
yeah,
funny because all my employees that would work for me, they grew up. They were more your age, so they grew up listening to, when the Chronic came out, that changed.
Oh,
And by the time the Chronic came out, I had moved past that and was like, I was at that time, I would call that my sound quality phase in life, where it was like
yeah,
going back and listening to a lot of the 70s and 80s rock music and getting into like the Art of Noise and Kraftwerks and Yellow, and just starting to listen to other types of music, like some Moody Blues and Spyro Gyro, Steely Dan, Donald Fagen. I started listening to that kind of stuff, and that was right when the Chronic was out, and so I missed the whole Chronic, Biggie, Tupac life,
oh man,
of hardcore, hip hop. That just totally. So these guys would all come in being like, bow down, and I'm like,
yeah.
what are you singing? What
Did
is
you get
this
into?
phrase?
Did you get into the other? Like, there was another side of that. Like, did you ever get into the Far Side or a Tribe Called Quest?
De La Soul was about as goofy as I got on any of that, and that kind of turned me off to all of it.
Oh, you don't like De
Because
La Soul?
they had one song, and I bought the album, and it's one of the only albums I took back. I was like, I don't want this.
Dude.
Actually, you know what? I gave it to my friend. I bought it, and I was like, I took the one song I wanted off of it, and I go, it's all you, bro. He's like, really? I was like, because it was a CD. That was gold back then. That was $24.95.
Right.
This wasn't 1 penny CDs from whoever.
What was the store? Oh, yeah. I probably still owe them money. I know I got some of those. But what was the store where you could go in, play the CDs? They had like little Sony Walkmans with headphones.
That was Blockbuster.
No, it was only a music store.
No, Blockbuster had only music stores that you could do that in.
Really?
Camelot, maybe, or FYE. Sam Goodies.
Sam Goodies, I think, is what we had.
So we had a Blockbuster Music that you could do that with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have nothing like that.
That was cool. Yeah, that didn't last long.
Well, see, I got the Bow Down, the West Side Connection, that album.
Cha-ching.
My buddy, he brought it to me. He bought 2 of them, and he's like, I was like, who is this? He's like, it's Ice Cube. He's like, I don't know, I haven't heard it. He's like, all I know is every hip hop looking dude was walking in buying this album. He's like, so I bought 2, so we each have 1. And I was like, b-boy looking guys,
Yeah.
And I was like, sounds like a good enough reason. I mean, and then I got that one. I was like, yeah, this slaps, man.
This slaps. Okay, it's James Corbin hour. So a funny story with that. So I have Ice Cube's greatest hits. All right. Because I'm just, I found all this music after the fact. So I went back and dug lightly into it. But I've always liked Ice Cube because, NWA was there again. NWA was 10th, 11th grade for me. So, we listened to all that stuff. And so, the DOC, the Dickie Doctor, that was all high school. So when I got older and I was like, Ice Cube, I like Ice Cube. And I had heard all his songs and I was like, all right. So I went back. And so I just bought his greatest hits because I was like, this got everything I need.
Yeah.
So iTunes playlist, everyone's got it on their phone. Sue is up in Pennsylvania driving around for work, and she's got all the people in their car, and of course they're playing music. And straight up, Ice Cube drops on one of the I don't remember what song it was, but you know how some of his songs just like put a dick in her, And you're just like, so all these people are in the car, and they're like, and they all just kind of like do this, and then they're all just kind of like, you like Ice Cube? she's like, I mean, yeah. And they're like, yeah, all right. Wow, we wouldn't have thought that for you. You know, so it's like Ice Cube immediately got her street cred.
Wow.
You know, I'm like, all right, there you go.
Dude, I got a good Ice Cube. My buddy had I forget what it was called. It was a Geo Metro hatchback. Do you remember those?
Yeah, of course.
It wasn't the Storm. It was like the square one.
Yeah.
Anyways, he got it right when it came out.
I worked on them when they were new.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You probably have seen this type of setup. He had a Rockford Fosgate, the 500.2, the chrome one, the big one.
Yeah.
And he just got the Punch 18 and a big ported custom box, and he had it in there. And there's this song. I think it's called Don Mega. It's Ice Cube, and it starts off with the Grim Reaper. It's like, Ice Cube, your name is on my list. Anyways, like the way it would reverberate through there at the beginning, and then it would just drop the bass on you. I was like, yeah, that's. I was in a car audio before that. Yeah, that sealed the. I was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. Like, I'm gonna make my life this.
Well, we had, you know, it's funny. They're saying like Techmaster PEB. I still have my Techmaster PEB CD. We sold tons of Techmaster PEB because all that stuff was here in Florida. That was all Miami back in the 80s and 90s. You know, we sold that stuff in the store. So we had Techmaster, we had DJ Magic Mike, which he still does stuff. I didn't realize.
Both of them do.
Yeah. I watched a stream one time, pardon me, on Facebook, and I was like, we're coming out with Drop the Bass, you know, 2021. Whoa! And I'm like, wait a minute, you're still riding that one? Like, let it go, man. Drop that, drop that, you know. And yeah, so like I still have all those CDs, and the Techmaster's on iTunes now. So I mean, it's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's but
so it's bass mechanic too.
Yeah, and now you can get them in high res. Ooh. Or at least CD quality.
Right.
We won't even go down that rat hole because it's like we're still working on that one, trying to figure all that nonsense out. You guys brought that up last night. I'll just say this for the whole iTunes and high res and trying to get it out of the phone and you know, you have to go and you set all your settings to the high res output, and the reality is 1624 or 1644 is what most of the songs on iTunes are. And what that means for you and I is that if you've gone in and you've gone to music and you select all three boxes for high res music, you have the potential to get out of your phone CD quality. Now, there are some songs that get you up into 44, whatever, which is cool. And they're definitely better sounding, but we're still like Derek, I think was right on the money. I think the next version of the phone is going to make this a lot easier. Right now, it sucks.
Yeah. So you're still going to have to take it from here to there. So it's got to be the phone plus whatever manufacturer on this end's doing.
I think they're figuring that out. I don't think they waited this long to release this to not have a plan. You know what I mean? I don't think the jankiness that we're suffering right now is going to continue. I think whatever this nonsense is, whatever the next version of the phone is going to fix that. It's got to, because Apple doesn't do janky. They don't.
They used to not, but now Tim Cook's in charge, and we have 10 different models of everything now. Have you noticed that?
Well, that's a money thing.
Yeah, that's a money thing. iPhone. You had the iPhone.
Yeah.
Do you want this iPhone, or do you not want an iPhone? Or we had the MacBook, the MacBook Pro.
Well, you know, I'm not saying. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, the reality is when you think about it, you have one laptop, one phone, one iPad. All right, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of sucks. All right, so we have two different size laptops. That kind of sucks too. All right, well, we'll make what's called a MacBook Air. What's that? We'll just put fewer connectors and make it a little thinner. People will buy it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's like my MacBook Air, I think, has an i7 in it now. Like, I mean,
Well, now
seriously.
they got their own chips in them now that are even faster.
Well, and that's the thing. In 2 years, that's all it'll be. So,
Right.
you know, we knew that was eventually going to happen. It's just a matter of time. I mean, if you look at what they've been doing over the past 20 years, is that's where they've been headed this whole time. I mean, when they had the Motorola G chips in there, it was like, okay, they're not moving fast enough for us. So we're going to move to Intel. And then when they moved to Intel, all anyone could talk about was, oh my God, we'll be able to run Windows on an Apple computer. And it was like, who gives a shit? Why would you want to do that? Like,
how would you do this?
I don't, I mean, I know a lot of guys that do it, and it's like, why? You can go buy a Windows machine for $300 and just keep all that crap on that. Don't put it here. I don't need that nightmare. And that's what I have. I mean, I got a couple Windows laptops around here. I carry 2 laptops in my backpack, one Mac, one Windows. And they do their things. And that's one is, you know, it's the mullet.
Yeah.
And
I've switched my whole system over too, because I've always used a Windows computer just because it's what I'm used to, you know. And with the integration and everything, it's like it's just easier to do.
Oh, and the new integration is going to be phenomenal because you'll be able to have 2 laptops sitting there. But I mean, you can kind of do that now. I mean, like I do screen sharing all the time. It's not like it's a big deal. But and with iCloud, I have my important files that I do are there, so it's like I can open either one and start working on them. It's not a big deal. But it's just a matter of, you know, that one extra step. But, you know, they bought chip manufacturers over this, you know, once they went to Intel, they were buying chip manufacturers. You know, they bought a couple different chip manufacturers, and it's like, why are they doing that? Oh, they're for the phones. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They don't want to have to play with anybody else. You know, they want to be able to control their own destiny like every other manufacturer, and they got the money to do it. So do it.
Yeah, I mean, just do it.
Just do it, bro. Just do it. Just Nike it. Yeah.
Do you have any hip hop you listen to today? New hip hop?
No.
You don't. I have to search my list. I've got some that I like, but I'm not like super familiar with.
No, I have absolutely no hip hop that I listen to. That I couldn't even tell you. I don't like any of it.
All right. Everyone get ready to rag on me. I like this album from this artist, Post Malone Stoney. His first album. I like that album. There's a lot of good tracks on there.
Tell me more, white boy.
yeah. But hey, I like that. It's good. I also like
you haven't noticed that every Post Malone song sounds exactly the same?
Yeah, like AC/DC. Who doesn't like AC/DC?
Okay, well, they sound a little okay. Fair enough. So I did a deep dive on Post Malone a couple months back because there was one song of his that got stuck in my head, and because I saw the video, it was on the Music Awards. He was up for something. I was like, "That's Post Malone."
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. So I did like an iTunes deep dive on Post Malone because I was like, I like that song because it's not a rap song; it's just him singing. Right. And I was like, you know, and I deep dive into him. I was like, this guy sucks. Like, this is just so bad. But I will say the one thing that I love about Post Malone is that he is the first guy to admit he's the first one to come on and say, thank God to iTunes because I can't sing. And this allowed me to become a singer. And I'm like, high fives all the way around. Thank you, Jesus. Because the fact that anyone loves Seal was good. It's just killed everything. I don't know. Yeah.
There's a few of them. Even some of them, like Little Peep. It's got a few songs that I like.
Little
Uzi Vert has it. There's a lot of littles. Nowadays has a few good songs. Then on this, obviously there's a bunch of old school stuff on here. Tupac, Ghetto Boys. I gotta see what I have for the new stuff.
All right, hold on.
I got a few Trippie Redd songs that I like.
All right, so let's go through playlists right here. So first playlist that comes up is Dean's Classic Rock.
Yeah.
Then we have Crazy Bass, which is just all we made that playlist for the quad box.
Yeah.
When we did the quad box, I went through and grabbed all. The other one is Dance XL, which is an iTunes playlist that they
choreograph.
They choreograph it. I listen to that on my way home. I just play it in the background, and it's usually no words, which is wonderful.
Wait, this could be fun. What's the most embarrassing playlist you have on there that you're most embarrassed by?
None. I don't have any. I don't have any of those playlists like that are just like, you know, like I will rock. If you give it to me, I'll rock it. I don't care. You know, if it's a cool song, I'm playing it. I don't, if it's two dudes singing in a high pitched voice, it doesn't matter to me. The latest song I got that would kind of fall into rap category, but it's not because it's just bass music, is Get It. Get It by HifiVega and Kemi. And I saw it on okay, so I was going through Instagram and somebody was free airing a woofer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I like that. That's a cool song. And so I texted it to myself. And then the next day at work, I said, Fernando, bring your phone over and press Shazam. And I Shazammed the Instagram page. And I go, I like this song. Dude. We played it in the car the other day. I was like, oh my gosh. So the last songs I got the Thompson Twins, Hold Me Now.
Oh, come on. That's a good jam. That's a jam.
I know. I don't even know how I missed it for so long. Dead Mao 5. What's his, whoever, dead guy?
Yeah, Dead Mouse or whatever.
Hypnocurrency.
Yeah.
I got that one. Divine Sky is it's just called Divine Sky. If anybody owns a set of Focal speakers and you want to hear a song made for a set of Focal speakers, it's called Divine Sky. The first name is Mia Edinburgh, I think is who you'd want to look for. So that
might play up to like 40,000 kilohertz with them freaking.
They own Grand Utopias and they're musicians, and they wanted to make a song that would complement those speakers. So they made this song called Divine Sky. Business, the song Business by Tracy O, whatever. Let's get down to business. So, see, I like that kind of stuff. I've already found
the most embarrassing song on my
Go.
I just want to play a little snip of it. We won't get demonetized, maybe.
3 seconds. That's all you got.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's see.
Oh yeah. I got that song. Oh yeah.
I can't believe I have that song on here.
Why?
I never listen to this song.
Dude, who doesn't have that? Dude, shoot, I got you beat. Hold on.
Oh no.
I got freaking the Riverdale cast singing Mad World.
Oh,
Mad World.
Yeah,
but they
Tears for Fears is awesome.
Tears for Fears is awesome, but Riverdale did a cover of it, and it sounded phenomenal.
Like way melodramatic.
Downbeat. They took it down, like they dragged it just a little bit down, but it's like, I was like, dude, I said to Haley, I was like, what's that? Said, what do you mean? I'm like, what's that song? She goes, it's Riverdale. And I was like, dude, that's Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I like Shazammed it. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. So that's on here.
That's one concert that that's one of my dream concerts. I'd love to go to see Tears for Fears live.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If Stevie Wonder, Superstition.
Oh,
that's not. No. I'm saying it. If anybody wants to like test their system for sound quality, play Stevie Wonder, Superstition. The first like 30 to a minute on that. If shit isn't coming from everywhere, then you did it wrong. Hold on, this guy's typed this twice. Dean Morel Maximo 6.5 two-way speakers, 99 Ford Explorer. Do I mount tweeter surface mount on door panel or angle mount on dash? That's an off-axis, on-axis type of scenario for you. Personally, I would mount those on-axis, meaning pointed at your face. That is a very wide-range tweeter. It's not like a normal tweeter that just plays like 3,200 and up. It plays a little bit lower than that. So if you can aim them at yourself, you'll experience a lot more depth to the music than you probably would expect to get out of something like that at that price point. So,
Yeah.
okay.
You didn't ask me, but I say the same thing.
Beastie Boys Rump Shaker, or Shake Your Rump.
Do you have a Brass Monkey on there?
I do not have it on here, but I do have. So I have Sabotage and Intergalactic.
Okay.
But not in this playlist. It's on the phone, but it's not in this playlist.
So somebody was asking about cheap 50-foot rolls of 1/0 OFC, and let me tell you, right now you're not going to find any cheap ones.
No.
Everyone has raised their prices. I think Sky High still has some for $200 for 50-foot. So I get you at $4 a foot, and that's about as cheap as you're going to find it. Because I looked today. I literally looked today.
We bought like here you go, Lady Gaga Poker Face. We bought like 8 rolls of them like a month or two back because we ran out, and that really pissed me off. So Paul was like, all right, don't worry, I'll take care of it. It won't happen again. And I'm like, dude, this is what we do. And 8 rolls showed up the next day. Okay, here you go. VIC Wobble.
Oh, is that the wobble?
Yeah. Yeah, shake it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. Have you ever heard Mexican Radio by Wall of Voodoo?
No.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I'm on a Mexican radio. I wish I was in Tijuana eating barbecued iguana, but here I sit. Yeah, anyways. That was one of the original MTV songs, and it just kind of stuck with me over the years. But what was funny about it is in the video, his head comes out of a bowl of beans. It's like, what the hell? Somebody shoot this with a camcorder? I bet you they did. You can get some CCA pretty cheap. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't have a topic for this week, and I think we did it pretty well.
Yeah, man. I mean, if we can't BS our way through an hour, who can?
Yeah. There's no Wicked Game. No, I have Wicked Game. I have Wicked Game. I don't have it by them, by Para for Cuba. Great song. I have Wicked Game by the other guy. What a wicked game you played.
Johnny
never
Cash?
Felt this way, but I want to fall in love. Oh God. You can see where karaoke with Dean is so much fun.
Yeah. Well, you can get it full live video of it on Born Life.
Oh, here we go. All right, guys. For those of you that are SQ guys, you all heard of SQology, right? You've heard of SQology? Yeah. Okay. SQology just published their playlist for 2021. Right. So for those of you that don't have it, if you go onto, they have it on multiple sites, but on iTunes it's under SQology podcast. So if you look that up, it has all the songs that they're going to be using for tuning this year or testing this year.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited thinking you're going to find some like, it's, as Fernando puts it, these songs all suck.
Yeah.
But they're perfect because they do suck, which means you're not going to
Spanish Harlem.
No, that's not on there.
I know.
Thank God.
Yeah. Spanish Harlem, the Eagles, Hotel California.
No, none of that crap is. None of that stuff.
I could just start naming them off. But if you want to be cool, I have this playlist published.
Oh, hold on.
HifiVega's Heavy Rotation. That's cool. Don't do SQ stuff.
Okay. All right. Is that Depeche Mode in the top corner?
That is Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Ooh.
Sarah Smile.
It's
Black Sabbath Changes is on there.
Okay.
Crowded House.
Oh, I have that one. Because there's only one song, so I know I have that one.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
That's on my classic rock rotation. That's what I run to. I have one playlist just classic rock, and every now and then it gets a couple more songs, and I just run to that. Chris Isaac. Thank you, William. Chris Isaacs. Yes. And everyone else that came before that. Jeff Smith, where's my CDs, right? He's published it. I've published his playlist a couple times, because he's got one that we've shared. HifiVega, which one is better, OFC or CCA? I'm gonna go with CCA on this one.
Yeah, you got
100%.
It's cheaper, man. Why even spend money?
Yeah. The sound doctor, Aoli. Oh, pardon me. Whew. Ooh, Madonna sounds killer in my car, and Michael Jackson. So all right. So here's the fun part. Okay, when it comes to music, I love finding new music that sounds good. Like, to me, that's like that's awesome. And Fernando loves it. Like, because he didn't get to experience a lot of this stuff. You know, he grew up listening to the Latino version of it, and like he has
Selena.
He listened to Latino rock, and we talked about that one time on the show, and that was hilarious. Because it's not what you're thinking.
He says rock, it's like metal, it's like death metal, Latino.
And you're just like, this is what you listen to? No wonder you can't.
I went down a YouTube rabbit hole once I seen that. I was like, I gotta look this up.
It's crazy. But the fun thing is, he appreciates all types of music, and like pulling out little gems from the past, and him just being like, oh. But his answer to everything is like we were talking about Blondie the other day, and I said, because she was on something that I watched, and I was like, yeah, Blondie, and he's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, trust me, you know who that is. I don't know who that is. And I'm like, oh my God. So I play, like Heart of Glass or something like that, and he's like, oh, yeah, I know that song. That's who sings that. I'm like, yeah, and it's in his rotation. And I was like, and she sings, this one too. 5-5 Freddy comes here and goes, and you're just like, he's like, oh yeah, I know that song. And then we had that same one with Fleetwood Mac when the whole roller skating, drinking cranberry juice was a thing. Yeah. And I was like, oh Jesus, what's her name?
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. I said, Stevie Nicks is the only woman to be entered into the Music Hall of Fame twice. Once has Stevie Nicks and once in Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, you know who I'm talking about. And so, then we got to go down the rat hole playing Stevie Nicks songs, or Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac. And he's like, oh yeah, I know that's,
Fleetwood Mac's classic, man. You can't live in the United States without knowing Fleetwood Mac.
I have 2006 Silverado Crew Cab. What size sub you recommend, and do I do behind or under the seat? If you got room under the seat on that one, which I think you do, I would go under the seat. I mean, that's one of those like 210s, 212 shell mount kicker comp RTs. That's kind of our go-to woofer for that. Is like,
don't raise it up on wood and then put your kid's car seat on there, like we've seen.
I mean, if we're trying to thin the herd.
Right.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I think we broke Kip with the CCA. We broke.
What's this LOL wire I taught you guys keep talking about? I don't know what the LOL rating is on any of this. Who makes LOL wire? That's all I want to know.
Is it cheap? How much can I get it for?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. LOL. Huh. Well, shoot, we're there, man.
Yeah. What's coming up? What do you got to talk about?
So this week has been fun. We did our first amp dyno with the help of Jeff Smith. And there, I don't want to do old school amps. I really don't. But he was like, he was on a show.
I like commenting. That was a good video, though.
And we had fun because it was like, I don't want to. We got the dyno to do videos differently than what you guys do. Like, I don't want to copy Derek. Derek does. I've said it a dozen times. Derek does a phenomenal job of doing that. I don't want to do that. They're not my kind of videos. I can't sit there and be like, and that was cool. I can't do that. Like, I would literally explode. So, we filmed this one to just see how we were going to be able to cut it together to where it would make sense doing it our style, my style of editing, our style of explaining things. And we threw it out. I figured it was better to do it this style and not have a client get all pissed because we fooled around with their product. So it was like, all right, we'll have some fun with that. Kip was screaming at his screen.
No. I just done a whole 90-minute show on this.
Yeah, nobody
He threw
watched
the
it. No, I'm just
twisted
kidding.
T. He threw the twisted T at the screen.
So we had a lot of fun filming that.
Yeah.
And playing with those amplifiers. And I really love that owner's manual. To me, the best part of all of that was the owner's manual.
Right.
You know, it was just like, I mean, just that was cool. You know, and we knew we get, like, I asked for constructive criticism on it. Everyone was immediately like 14.4. And I'm like, it's a real world amp review. All right. Which means it will not be 14.4 because even though some cars will play at 14.4, most of them are going to top off at 13.6, 13.8. So, and they're like, post the numbers of what the amp's supposed to do. I don't care.
Yeah.
I legit don't care. If it's a 2,000 watt amp and it just so happens to do 2,000 watts, bonus. But we don't need to know that because there again, I don't want to do that type of amp dyno review. I don't care. Yeah. I mean, it's just,
I blame all this on Derek because these people.
Yes. Yeah, they want
they're never gonna get it, man. They're gonna be like, oh, dude, they'll never ever stop because they do it to me. I was like, dude, I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm just gonna do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun doing that. We ended up having to shoot the M100 twice, just because I didn't know it went down to 1 ohm. You know, I was like, oh yeah, it'll do 1 ohm. The other ones did not like 1 ohm. Like we did 1 ohm on those, and they're like, no. We're like, yeah, you're right. We'll just skip you too. You guys don't need. You did fine. You did fine. Good job. So we got to do that this week, which I thought was great. And then today, we dropped the Alpine Bluetooth speaker video. If you couldn't pick up
the video, but I've seen it drop.
If you couldn't pick up from my demeanor while we were, if you couldn't pick up how we felt about it in the video, it sucked. One of the things we won't talk about, and I'm hoping Alpine never watches this, is that we actually, Kip, you'll like this. We A/B'd it to a kicker to a kicker bullfrog off of camera, just so we could see, like, so we could A/B it to something. Yeah. And you could not even hear the Alpine. Like I'm out the install bay door, and I'm like, is the Alpine on? And Fernando's like, yeah. I'm like, are we sure? And it's like, and the bullfrog was just destroying it. Fair enough, the bullfrog is a little bit more money, but they're both very expensive. I think the bullfrog's probably the same price now because that thing's come down, but the bullfrog destroyed it. So I mean, I think we say exactly what it is in the video. If you're an Alpine fanboy, this is the ultimate fanboy product to own. You know, you just own it because it says Alpine. Just like you bought those headphones because they say Alpine. You know, I bought them. I was like, oh, Alpine's making headphones. I gotta have them. Fernando has them now because I couldn't stand them. I was like, these things suck. So I gave them to him, and he loves them. He's like, these are awesome. And I'm like, you're welcome. You know, but I just, you know, we borrowed that. Thankfully, I didn't have to buy that, so it'll go back. And I think they know what they bought, and it's exactly what it is. It's like, hey, you know, and then they make a cradle for it to put in the car, which we didn't even mention because honestly, you know, no one's gonna buy this thing.
Don't do this.
Yeah, no one's gonna buy this thing. This is, I mean,
well, what I liked about going back to the Phoenix Gold review, it's like your jam is getting in those manuals because you sold these things when they were new. Mm-hmm. That is literally my favorite part of the video. When we get to that part and you're telling the stories about when you're selling it, that is the bread and butter right there for me. Yeah. Oh no, I agree. Like when we did the Macintosh, the MC420. Oh, I love that video.
That. So that amp's
I felt like I was going back in time with you on that.
Oh, dude, trust me, and I felt that way too because I mean it's like we legit am. But that amp was hanging on the wall, and we bought an envelope and taped it to the back of the amplifier so that the owner's manual will always be with it won't get lost. Because I was like, we're not moving it from this spot until we have some way to attach the owner's manual to it because I know what'll happen. It'll get hung up on the wall, and the owner's manual will get misplaced. And that'll suck. So, you know, we just made sure it all went there. All my hard work down the drain, Kip Lindsay.
I said it last night. When there's no one to, you know, you have Nando to kind of dial you back a little bit. And I usually have Derek. But when
Yeah.
we're together, there's no like, yeah, it's
No.
just there's
And
no
if people
adults.
take us that seriously,
Yeah, especially on
suck,
this show.
sucks to be you, bro.
You could take us seriously on the other videos we do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But,
Well,
yeah.
if you hear me cuss, immediately don't take it seriously. Um,
All right, man.
But tomorrow you guys are going to be happy. You guys are going to be super happy. I think I actually start the video this way. We start a new 911 video. So
Oh yeah.
we have a Toyota Corolla that I honestly forgot we filmed. And I was like, okay, awesome. I was telling Fernando about it. I was like, do you remember doing this car? I mean, we only did it like 3 months ago or 2 months ago. And he's like, no. And I was like, me neither. But here it is. So awesome. But yeah, so we start a 911 video tomorrow. And the one thing I've liked about, I don't like doing 911 videos. I absolutely hate them. I can't stand them. I know everyone loves them. But the filming them, we've got it down now. We know exactly what we need to film, obviously, because you guys want to see all the dirty underwear, all the butt crack, all the hair, so like this first video is just, you guys are all just me going,
the gross.
Oh my God. That's the, but yeah, so that'll be coming up here. But let's talk about, do you have anything coming up?
No, I'm just trying to do the old school stereo competition.
Get that out of the way.
I need to get it done, but yeah.
Yeah, and I totally understand that feeling, because like next week, Thursday, which is the night, we will be on our way to Knowledge Fest. So right now, my plan is, if we can swing it, is depending on when we leave, I'll be in contact with you, is to just do this show from the phone in the car as we're driving over, Fernando and I. And you could almost just do the phone with him, the show with him while I drive. And he's over the hill with that one. He's like, no. And I was like, no, you'll have a great time. Trust me. He's like,
I just like, can Dean hear what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
F Dean, huh? Yeah, F Dean. Okay, yeah.
So that's what we're going to try to do with that. Now, as far as Side J goes, which we're running into right now, if you want to skip it next week, we'll skip it next week.
Yeah, we'll skip it.
Yeah, so we'll just skip Side J next week. But that's our plan, is to hopefully, I can't guarantee we'll do this next week, but I really want to. I really want to do it on the phone if we can. So, and it'll be early if we do end up doing it, because we're gonna do it when we're driving over there, because once we get there, then it just goes crazy. So we're gonna be dark, going Knowledge Fest nuts, because we got interviews we're gonna be doing. We got new Sony products that are coming out that we're super excited to tell you guys about. Like, God, I can't wait to tell you about this one. You guys are just going to blow your mind. So that'll be fun. We got some cars we're going to film. Obviously, we're going to do a day in the life of a Knowledge Fester. We're not working with anybody on this one. Like, no one's sponsoring us like they normally do, because I didn't want to, because I was like, it's the first trip back. I don't want to do any sponsorships. I just want to go and just do something.
Go full Dean.
Well, it's been 2 years since we've been able to do anything. And it's like, we just need to get away, have some fun, get some learn on, and just do whatever it is we do. If we come out of there with no videos whatsoever, I won't feel bad, but I know that's not going to happen, because I know that's not going to happen. We're going to talk to the new because MECP, which is the certification program. They've just changed their whole format, went everything online. Like, oh my God, is it 2021? Holy shit. So we're going to interview them and talk to them about the new program and how how you can do it, and how you can actually become MECP certified, like, without having to carry on a phone book. So that'll be awesome. We want videos, Dean. There'll be videos. Trust me. There's no chance there won't be videos. We are going to. Fernando's made me spend a fortune on small rig products. I don't know if anyone has ever seen the brand. Rig. Okay, I've bought in so much small rig crap and have so much small rig crap on back order. You got to see this mount I bought for the iPhone. Oh my God, dude. Like, because he's like, what happened is we went there last time. We used the phone. We had a rig. It was kind of janky. We just kind of made it up at the last minute. And some dude shows up with a DSLR with a mic and all, you know, just it wasn't that impressive. I was like, dude, I got a 5D Mark II with a 200mm lens. All right. Like, I got $10,000 sitting over here. You're worried about that little TI, whatever piece of like, no. He's like, I don't know, man, it looks better than ours. I'm like, so I bought this small rig for the phone to so this iPhone, dude, it's got handles and lights and microphone, and you know, you could probably kill somebody with it. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna have.
I think I have that set up somewhere.
Probably.
Like something like this.
Yes, it's that same one, just with all the pieces.
Yeah, I just don't have everything on it. But is it the metal? The metal?
Yes, it's metal.
I like that. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah. And then we got the lights, we got the Rode microphone for it. We bought a different handle for the top because he didn't like the handle it came with. Yeah. So I had to order a different handle for him so that it's bigger. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
So
that's gonna be sweet.
And then we bought a bunch of stuff for the other cameras, and it's like, oh my God. So I don't think we'll have it all by the time it happens because some of the stuff's on back order, but that ought to be neat.
It'd be good for Dallas.
Yeah, we'll have it all for Dallas for sure. So thank you, Amazon, or thank you, Adorama, for being out of product and sucking.
Are you going to go live during Knowledge Fest?
We don't know yet. Just stay tuned. We don't know what's going to happen as far as that goes. Dean got the gimbal set up. I got no gimbal. I hate gimbals.
I've got one. I still haven't used. I bought one. I haven't used it yet.
I gave ours away. I bought a gimbal and I gave it away because I absolutely hated it. I made somebody's day.
You can't do the mics on there with them, right?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And then I made the mistake of buying the DJI Osmos mini gimbal thing because I was oh, maybe that'll be better. I don't even know where it's at. I got to be honest with you. Used it like twice. I filmed one piece of footage for the kicker video on it.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it since. Don't know where it's at.
Well, they say if you get the Osmo Action, which is like the GoPro style, and you just put it on a regular tripod, it's got the advanced.
Yeah. Well, so does the GoPro.
So you don't even need you don't even need the.
Yeah, the GoPro's got all that. And most of the lenses I have are all stabilized anyway. So I don't care. I mean, if you're sitting there going, oh, it's not a smooth, which I hate pans anyways.
Yeah.
Like the only time you see a pan in one of my videos is after I get done with an amplifier, I'll do a slow pan across the amplifier. And the only reason why I do that is because if I don't, someone's going to say, oh, we didn't get a good view of the amplifier. You just watch me build it for 20 minutes. I mean, isn't it burned in your retinas at this point? All right, we got to go because we got to get ready for Side Jag, which starts in like 5 minutes. So we went long. I'm sorry, but make sure you guys head over to Side Jag. Join us next week. We'll let you know. You can go into your thing, the Hi-Fi Network there, and we'll let everybody know when we're going to go live. So pay attention to that for Thursday night. It's your channel. You do the rest.
We'll see you next week. Same bat channel. Random bat time.
Random bat time, baby.